Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to sit down and talk with you about a bunch of different products, but the primary one being this guy. This is so cool. This is a travel fountain pen. I love this pen. I took it all to Europe with me and I have tested this pen. Like, it has gone up in planes, it has gone to Amsterdam, it's gone to Italy, I journaled with it the whole time, I did all my sketching with it, so I have really trialed this pen. So I'm gonna show you how it works and I'm gonna show you why I am absolutely loving this pen, and then let's test out some other supplies as well. Okay, so the pens that I was sent were the Ensso Piuma Minimalist Fountain Pen, the Ensso Uno Aluminium Pen, the Ensso Uno Pencil, and the Ensso XS Pocket Fountain Pen. The first thing I did when I opened the package was immediately start playing around with the pens and pencils, which meant playing around with these really kind of interesting twisting caps, and also playing around with a refillable ink cartridge. I also had to change the ink cartridge in this little gold pen because I have used already an entire full ink cartridge in that pen. That pen is the star of the show, but we'll get to that a little bit later. I also wanted to fill up some ink for the fountain pen, so I used this cool refillable ink cartridge, and I put it in some Noodler's ink and twisted it, and it sucked it up in there, and then I was able to have my Noodler's ink in the silver fountain pen, so that was really exciting. So the next things they sent me were these papers by a brand named Camino, I think, and I am so sorry if I pronounce any of this wrong, but they sent me the Camino MF Note Block, the Camino MF Ground Notebook, and the Camino MF Fukuro Toji Notebook. So these are all the different notebooks they sent me. The one that I'm testing right now is the Camino MF Ground Notebook. So this notebook has layered paper, which creates this really cool kind of like sandwich effect that's a unique look, and all the notebooks have this paper. It has this specific grooving that allows you to fold it back and flip to specific notes really quickly, or flip the entire notebook without causing any stress. And it actually has 528 pages. Each paper is 0.5 millimeters thick, and the paper switches color every 16 pages. I really liked this notebook. I really like working on toned paper, especially right now. I'm really into it. So I was immediately attracted to that notebook. I liked it a lot, and I'm super excited to sketch on it more. So this next notebook is the Camino MF Fukuro Toji notebook. It has the layered paper again, but the cool thing about this notebook is that it's a double leaf notebook, so any page can be expanded. There's like these little tear lines and you can pull it out. And it has 80 sheets of really thin paper. And this is the paper that I chose to use for the actual picture because it took water a little bit better. And then the last one they sent me, which is the one I'm currently using, is the Camino MF Note Block, and this is 960 grams, 350 pages, and it's designed to sit at a desk and write on. Out of all the notebooks, the ground notebook was probably my favorite. The note block was maybe my least favorite, but I still think it was pretty nice. And then the one that I decided to use, the Fukuro Toji notebook, I liked a lot. I thought it's a really unique idea, and I really like that it pulls out, and I kind of want to use it for art journaling in the future. So I started out by using the pencil, which they sent me, and this is a really tiny pencil. It's 5.3 millimeters in diameter, and it has this twisting cap that you can like twist out, and it comes down to cover the nib, and then on the end is just the clicky. It takes the clicky, that's a technical term. It takes 0.5 millimeter leads, and it comes in 5 different colors. It was a pencil. I thought it was like really cool looking and very modern, which I really like. It was just a little too thin for me, even with the grip. I just prefer, I don't know, like maybe it's just the way I hold the pencil, but it was just a little bit too thin for me. But if you're looking for a really minimalistic pencil and you really like thinner pencils, then this could be something that would work really well for you. The twisting cap is also like the grip, and that does bring it up to a like standard pen size, but overall it was just a little too thin for me. But it worked great for sketching my little sketch of Taylor Swift on her Reputation cover. The next supply that I decided to go in with was this fountain pen. This is the Ensso Piuma Minimalist Fountain Pen in the raw aluminium. They also have it in titanium and brass. It has a German-made nib. It's the large number 6 by Peter Bock, and it says, quote, to provide an incredibly smooth writing experience. It has an interchangeable nib system, wider cap threads for quick opening and closing. It comes with the Schmidt K5 standard ink converter, which is what you saw me filling it with earlier, and it uses standard international ink cartridges. And it's meant to be used without posting, which for those of you that don't know is putting the cap on the end of the pen. So I filled this pen up with my favorite Noodler's ink, which is in the shade Nightshade, and it was the lightest ink that I had, so this was the one I decided to start with. Now I've really been into working with fountain pens and then adding water on top to smudge it, so that was the technique I decided to use here. Yes, fountain pens are more of a stationery supply, but I'm an art channel, so we're gonna make some art. In terms of how this fountain pen performed, it started out pretty well, but I did find after a while it did start to get pretty scratchy and the ink didn't want to flow as much. Compared to the other fountain pen that I use, I did notice a noticeable difference in terms of how the ink flowed. But maybe that can be changed with a different nib. Maybe it's just because it is a larger nib and the other one is a smaller nib. I don't really know. It wasn't a bad fountain pen by any means. It took a little bit of time to get the ink flowing at the beginning, but that is pretty standard with any fountain pen I've ever used, at least. It was really comfortable to hold, and it has a really nice weight, and it feels really luxurious. I think because it's like pure metal, it just feels like really luxurious and nice. So that was really, really nice about it. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that fountain pen. So finally, I get to talk about the thing that we're all here for, or at least I'm so excited about this. So this is the Ensso XS Pocket Fountain Pen in brass. So quick lowdown on this. It comes in 3 nib sizes, fine, medium, and bold, and in 2 colors, brass and black. When you post it, it becomes the size of a regular pen, so when you put the cap on the end, and the cap is secured by O-rings that are supposed to allow for a fast uncapping. The pen has 12 sides, and that makes sure that it doesn't roll. It uses standard international ink cartridges. The nibs are again made by Peter Bock, and they are again interchangeable. So there's the quick rundown on this pen. Now let's talk about my opinions on it. I love this pen. Oh my goodness, I love this pen. I do have some problems with this pen, but overall, I love this pen. This is like one of my favorite new art supplies. I took this pen to Europe with me. Any excuse to talk about Europe, right? How do you know someone went to Europe? Oh, don't worry, they'll tell you. But I took this pen to Europe with me, and I used it for so much. I used it for sketching, just like sketching quickly and putting water on. I also used it at Playlist Live that way. I did all my notes in it. I wrote all my journal entries in it. I used it for everything. It went up on the plane. Like, it went everywhere, and it's just so small and convenient, and oh my goodness, the ink in this flowed so well. I hardly ever had issues. I hardly ever had issues with the ink flowing. I'm trying to think if I've ever even had an issue with it, but I don't want to say I haven't, but I really don't think I ever have. It's just a beautiful pen. It performs so beautifully, and the brass really starts to develop a patina over time. It's just, I love this pen. I think it's such an amazing travel pen. There are a couple things that I don't love about it. The O-rings, I've already broken one of them. They were like rubberized rings, and just constantly putting the cap on and off to post it, it does wear them down. So I don't know how soon it's going to be until I have to buy new ones, but I do understand why they did it. It is very quick to take on and off, but I do wish there was an option with a screw cap. There have been a couple times that the ink cartridge has exploded. This has more recently become a problem since I returned to Colorado. So it doesn't fully explode, but it just I open the cap and it'll be messy. So this did not happen once in Playlist Live in Florida, in Amsterdam, and in Italy, and it started happening in Colorado. So my suspicion is that this is a high altitude issue. It's nothing that can't be taken care of with a quick wipe with a paper towel. But that is pretty much it. I mean, like, those are literally my only 2 complaints. Other than that, I love this pen. Like, it's beautiful, and I love it, and I want to use it for everything. And it just looks so nice. Like, I love working with it. It makes me feel like happy to hold it. Like, I love beautiful art supplies as well. So I don't know. I just really, really like this pen, and I'm really excited to share this one in particular with you. So obviously the XS brass pen is clearly my favorite supply that I got to try out of all of these. But there is one other supply that I did quite like, and that is the Ensso Uno Aluminium Pen, which is the last one. So it comes in 5 colors as well, and it is the same kind as the pencil. It's very minimal, the grip is wider, it has a twisting cap, and it uses Pilot's high-tech C Coletto gel ink cartridge, which is actually widely available in a bunch of different colors and line weights. So I think that's really cool. This pen is actually very smooth. It blended really smoothly, not blended, but like laid down really smoothly. I was trying to figure out how it doesn't dry out because the cap is open-ended, but thus far it hasn't dried out. So I don't know how that works, but it doesn't seem to dry out. I'll keep you updated. It is a little too slim for me, same issue as the pencil, but overall it's a really, really nice pen. I like that it's changeable, so that was kind of the last thing that they sent me. I finished off this drawing of Taylor Swift with a white gel pen. And yeah, it was really fun to review these supplies for you. I hope that you guys liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more from me. I try to upload a new video every Friday. And I will post links to where you can buy all these products down below if you're interested in any of them. Let me know if you have any questions that I didn't answer, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!